Alright, so today I am going to be talking about the current series that I am reading. I am reading 8 series right now. I started the year off reading 12, but I DNF'd quite a few, so now I'm at 8. I'm on this new thing where if I do not really like a book when I'm like a fifth of the way through and I can't see myself enjoying it, then I'm just going to put it down. And that's kind of what I've been doing. But the series that I have right here, I have every intention of finishing and that I am really enjoying at this moment, and I hope I finish them. And if I don't, that's fine, but I'm going to try to. So I'm just going to get right into it and start explaining the books that I am reading, and because this video is kind of like important because these are the books that I'm probably going to be reading. Whatever book in the series I am on, that's probably what I'm going to be reading soon because I'm trying to get through them and finish them right now. So I'm going to start off. First off, I have Scythes. This one is a dystopian. Pretty much everyone knows this is about. It's about this world where everything is cured, no one dies, everything is kind of like perfect. Besides there's these guys that go around and kill people to keep the population under control. And I really like this book. I think I don't know how to say his name, Neil Shusterman, is really good at writing books. Like, he really makes me feel for the characters, and he writes the most unique dystopians that I've never seen before. So I am really enjoying this. It's a lot of fun. It's kind of dark, but I like that. I am on the 3rd book in the series. This is the first, so by the way, I'm going to be holding up the first book in the series to represent the series. But I read this one, I read the 2nd one, and all I have left is the 3rd one. And I'm going to be reading that hopefully next month. I think it came out last year, but I'm almost done with it, and I am really enjoying it. So I'll hopefully get to the 3rd one soon. Then I have Girl Meets Duke series. This is also the first book in the series. I am on the 3rd. This series is okay to me. I really like the romances in this. They're nothing like fantastic. They're nothing like that I will remember really forever. I think the 2nd one was really good. But yeah, so all of these books, I'm on the 3rd one, all of these books follow different characters and different situations. So yeah, it's just a smutty historical romance, and I'm on the 3rd one. I heard the 3rd one is fantastic, and I will hopefully be reading it that next month, and then I will be finished with the series. Then this one, unlike the other books that I have here, this one is so far from being done. This book series has 12 books in it, and I'm on the 4th. So the 4th is A Living Nightmare, I believe. But this series is about this boy who, this kind of freak show comes in town. He sneaks out, he watches it, he steals a spider, the spider bites him, he ends up becoming a vampire. That is kind of just like important to know about the series, is that that's what happens, because then the rest of the series is following him as this kind of half vampire thing, and then there's like this freak show, and he kind of is a part of it, then it's not a part of it. And anyway, I'm having a lot of fun. This is a middle grade series. I don't really read middle grade series that much, but this one I am having a lot of fun with. Then the next series I have is Throne of Glass. This series is great. I love this series. I am on the 3rd book. I haven't read the 3rd book, but I am going to this month. I'm going to read it. I'm not for sure how many are in the series, but I know I have quite a few to go. But I love this. It's about this assassin that gets stolen. She doesn't get stolen, but she gets, she's in prison, and then a man comes, takes her, and then she has to enter this competition to be an assassin for the king. And then it has like magic gets involved in it, and then these kind of like supernatural like things happen, and and it's fantastic. It's unique. It's something that something like I've never read before, and I am having so much fun reading it. I'm going to be trying to read this like one per month. Maybe if I can. Hopefully one per month is kind of what I'm hoping to accomplish. Because then I can finish it by the end of the year. But we'll see. I don't know if they're still coming out with books, but I am just having fun with this. This one is a really good one. I think I gave both the first two books 5 stars. So that tells you that I love this. This book is The Giver. Pretty much most people have read this book, this series, and I'm attempting to read the series. I love the first book. I recently read it for the first time in December, and I had a lot of fun reading it. It was a dystopian. It was something that I just love dystopians. It was something that I never really read before, and I really like having a unique dystopian. I'm so sorry if like the lighting changed a bit. I think the sun moved a tiny bit. Hopefully you can still see me well. But I really enjoyed this, and I read the second book and I did not really enjoy that one. I think I gave it 3 stars, but I think that was being a little bit generous. It was following different characters and I just didn't care about it as much. Then I have the second 2 books left in the quartet. If I don't like the third one, I'm not going to read the fourth. But from other YouTubers, I heard that the second 2 are better. The YouTuber I watched, I recommended this to me. She said she didn't like the second book, but she liked the third and fourth. So that's why I'm going to continue on. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't. I would just say that the first book was good enough, and I don't need to continue on, but because she said that the second 2 are better, that I am going to attempt them. Then I have Game of Thrones. I am on the 3rd book in this series. My boyfriend just bought me the 3rd book, so I can start reading that next month, and I am really excited for it. The first one I really loved. Then the second one, it was alright. It was way too slow for me. I didn't really enjoy it. And the third one hopefully gets better. I think there's 2 more after that, and then the series isn't finished, so I have no idea when that's going to happen, but I'm going to be trying to read a book of this every other month. So I'll read the 3rd one next month, and then the 4th one in April, I think. And then the last one in June, and then we'll see when the next one comes out. So that's my current plan with this series, and I'm having fun reading it. I'm having a lot of fun. I really care about the characters. The political situations really intrigue me, so we'll see how it goes. But yes, Game of Thrones. The second to last book I have is The Eye of the World, which is the Wheel of Time series. I am currently reading the 2nd book, and I'm almost done, and then I'm going to be doing the same thing with Game of Thrones as this one. I'm going to be reading it every other month, so I am going to read this book this month, and then in March read the 3rd book. I will definitely not finish this year. There's no way. It has 14 books in the series, and I am currently reading the 2nd, so I cannot see myself reading this entire series because these books are big. Like, maybe even if it was small, even if the books were small, I don't think I would get through the entire series. It's way too big, and they're high fantasy, so it's a little bit harder to understand, so I can't read one after the other. I think that would just drain my mind. But I adored this book. The 2nd book so far is not as good as the first, but I have hopes for the series. But this book was fantastic. I enjoyed it. It was so unique. It definitely reminded me of The Lord of the Rings. And I didn't really enjoy The Lord of the Rings that much. Not because it was bad, but because it was just not enjoyable for me because I just couldn't get through it because of the writing. But this one, I think, was definitely a really good retelling of it, and it's going off in a different direction in the series. So I am having a lot of fun with this. So, eventually I'll get through it. It'll probably take a few years. It's really big, but I'm fine with that. I'm fine with slowly going through this series and enjoying this world because it is fantastic. The last book I have, I do not own, so I guess I don't have it, but I am reading the Wayward Children series, and I am not sure I'm caught up. Another book for it is coming out in February, so I'm going to be reading it next month or listening to it on audiobook. I already have it at hold on the library, and I think I'm going to be the first one who gets it because I requested it. So I should be reading that book in February. I have no idea if this is the last book in the series. They usually come out with one book per year, and I think that this is the 6th one. Might not be. I'm not for sure. I like this series on and off. There's one book in it that is probably one of my favorites ever. One of my favorite books ever. And then there is a few others that were, you know, kind of fun rides but weren't memorable to me and I didn't really enjoy as much. So this one, the next book that's coming out, kind of follows the same characters that were in my favorite. So I'm really excited to read it. It's about it's like in a world where like if there was kind of like a Narnia but for different kids. So like there's like these kids in this school and there's this doorway that the reason they go to the school, I'm explaining this so bad, basically when these kids are little they sometimes go through this door that leads to another magical world, aka like Narnia, and then they love this world or hate this world, and then they come back and they have a hard time adjusting to life again, so they go to a school. I'm sorry I explained that so bad at the beginning, but it is great so far. There's some books I don't really like, but some of them are amazing. So I'm really excited to read the next book. I don't know if it'll be the last one or not. Basically this year I am trying to get through more series. I don't want to hold off on reading series anymore. I want to get through them, and I think I'll enjoy series more if I read one after the other. So that's what I'm going to be doing this year. So hopefully by the end of the year this list will be down to 5, and I'm sure that's possible, and then if I add a new series, hopefully I can get it down to only 5 instead of 8, 12, or how many ever. So I really had fun making this video. Please like and subscribe. I will be talking about all these like books as I continue on with the series in future vlogs. So if you are interested in that, please watch. I always have my Goodreads link down below for all my spoiler thoughts on the books. Because I write my reviews like completely spoiler filled if you want to know my spoiler thoughts. Yes, please like and subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye.